So here we have Deluxe Class Ironhide from the animated line. This is a repaint and slight remold of the Cybertron mode Ratchet from the same line. He comes to you in this bizarre Cybertronian car mode thing, which I'm not really a fan of, but is kinda neat. I definitely dig the uniqueness of this vehicle. It looks very alien. It does have a couple glaring and quite irritating flaws, like these sides here, and his oddly placed pelvis. He does have these little wheels here, but he doesn't really roll on them too well, which is a disappointment. He also has his weapon storage on the back here, and of course his obvious Autobot symbol on the front here. I do dig the little window there, with the little lines going through it, making it look all technological and stuff. I mean, yeah, he doesn't need a windscreen, but he'd look kinda silly without it. There's not much more I can say about this quirky vehicle mode, so let's robot. So here's Ironhide in robot mode. He looks a little bulkier than most Deluxes, and I think he's got a nice shape to him. I like the way the transformation comes together in this neat looking bot. So the bit that's been retooled on this figure is this head. I'd compare it with the other one, but I don't have it. It definitely looks nice, and this feels like Ironhide to me. Granted, a younger reimagined Ironhide, but Ironhide nonetheless. I do wish he was done in a darker color. He's just a little too bright to be an Ironhide. I don't know. What do you think? He still has the weapon storage in the same spot, only now it's on his rear. And he also has that scar thing that Ratchet has. So if you wanted to, you could take the little engine thing that came with Lockdown and plug it in. And of course, he can also hold the weapons that he came with. And I think these are a nice touch. They give him a nice Brawler feel, and I really dig it. His articulation is pretty decent too. Ball-jointed head. Neck is on a swivel, mainly for transformation. Ball-jointed shoulder, which is also on a swivel, but that's mainly for transformation as well. These little shoulder pieces go 360, 360 above the elbow, double-jointed elbow, 360 wrist, ball-jointed hips, 360 above the knee, knee joints, and a little bit of foot pivot. So he's got most of what you'd want for articulation. And let's not leave out the best part, his awesome gimmick. If you push this red lever right here, it gives him this awesome punch attack action. Yeah, it's a crap gimmick, but you do have the option to completely ignore it. Final thoughts? This is a great little figure. I highly recommend picking him up if you've been collecting any of the animated line, and I especially recommend picking him up if you haven't picked up the Cybertron mode Ratchet yet. This mold is a lot of fun, and it's definitely worth having one of them. And given the option, I'd definitely take this one over Ratchet. Yeah, sure, the vehicle mode is a little weak, the gimmick is awful, but he's a fun toy to play with, and isn't that what matters? Alright, thank you so much for checking out my reviews. I hope you've had fun watching it, and I'll see you next week.